Hello, my name is Rob Reynolds, and the purpose of this video is to help you navigate through my online course. I'll be talking to you about Blackboard, My Math Lab, where you're going to be doing your homework, and lastly, snipping tools, which will help us communicate just a little bit better. Here's a picture I've posted of my family on Blackboard under Your Instructor. I've been a teacher for almost 30 years. The bulk of my experience, 23 years in high school, and the last 4 years was at DMACC Ankeny campus. My wife is also a math teacher. She's at Valley High School. My older son, Will, is a senior at Iowa State studying construction engineer, and Andrew is studying industrial engineer at DMACC Ankeny campus. I'd like to show you how to navigate to Blackboard. The easiest way is to go to dmac.edu and choose the login key. You can always choose this online learning, but login will give you several other options, including your webmail, your web info system where you check your final grades and your transcripts. But if you choose access online courses, you'll get a username and a password here, which is the same as your email before you log in. And then over here you'll see this Math 073 course, which you'll want to choose. And then Your Instructor is where we started this video. Some other things under here is under the announcements. When you first log in, you'll see my calendar. The main purpose of this calendar is to inform you when the test dates are coming up. And you can see that I've listed individual assignments, but these are just recommended pacing. You can actually do the assignments at your own leisure at any time you would like, but you must take the tests and be completed with all of your homework assignments before the test. So you have 3 days to take your first test at a DMACC testing center location, which will be proctored. Bring your ID and use my last name Reynolds, and they'll set you up on a computer to take your test. And you'll either take it on the 9th, the 12th, or the 13th, and you must be done with all of this homework prior to that time. There's also a My Math Lab quiz that you'll be taking that's also due, I believe, at 11 a.m. I'll show that to you in a moment, due dates. But I believe it's 11 a.m. on the 9th. So all the homework and the quiz must be completed before a test. You're certainly welcome to work ahead. All of the assignments are open. You can finish all the homework and the quizzes, but the test dates remain unchanged. I've emailed you a syllabus, but if you would like to print another copy or refer to the syllabus again, you can see I've posted a PDF file under syllabus. The main tab that you're going to be using under Blackboard is course content. One of the first things I'd like for you to do is choose course content and then start here to introduce yourself. You can just create under start here for the introductions. You can create a new thread. You can title it with your name and then briefly just write an introduction. Basically tell me maybe 3 things: your name, what your major is, and maybe what school you're going to be transferring to, and maybe what your occupation is. That way we can kind of get to know one another a little bit. And also it'd be helpful if you can get in there and kind of respond to one another, at least 2 people, and kind of get a little discussion forum going. So again, that's under start here, and then the introductions. You can also go under watch this video, which will talk to you about snipping tools, which I'll show you a little bit about snipping tools in this video as well. But if you'd like more instruction, there's a link to it right here. Another place under course content that I hope you frequently use is the frequently asked questions. If you are on chapter 1, section 2.5, you can actually title it and have a question, and I'll show you how to post a question that you may have from the homework on here, so that in case I'm not available to answer questions via email, maybe someone else can help you out and answer a question, so you're not waiting for me to respond to you. Also under course content, you can see I've listed all of the chapters. If you go into the very first chapter 1, here are some PDF files, so you can go in and view the lessons for each section. And oftentimes you'll see some of my writing throughout this because I've edited it for another class. Below the PDFs, you'll see videos. If you click on the link, it'll open up a video.
Hello, my name.
And I'm actually going through the PowerPoint lesson, and
they're both real numbers, so rational numbers are real.
Have like a 15-minute video with instruction of teaching you how to do the homework assignments. And I've listed them all there for you. After you watch the videos of the instructions under course content, I would recommend going to mymathlab.com. Here you can, this is where you're going to be doing your homework, and the first thing you'll do is choose Register Now, and then set up an account using the PDF form that I've emailed to you. I have already registered, so I'll sign in using my username and my password. You have to enter it each time, even if it's stored. This program wants you to continue to re-enter the username and the password. So again, go to your course. I have several because I teach several classes. Go to your Math 073, and under the Homework tab, you can see I've opened up all of your homework assignments, and the due dates are off to the left. So I would start with Review R1, and you can see that it's due September 9th. As well as all of these assignments. All of the review in Chapter 1 are due September 9th because that's the day, if you remember, the first time that of the 3 days that you can take your test. So finish all of these assignments before September 9th. And then go into one of the DMACC locations to take your test over the review chapter and Chapter 1. Before you go take your test, you can choose this quiz option, and you can take your quiz as well. Just choose quiz and start the test. You can take this quiz multiple times, so it won't tell you immediate feedback. Suppose you have a wrong answer. I won't know if that's the right answer or the wrong answer until I finish all 31 questions. At the end of 31 questions, it'll give me my grade, and it'll show me which problems I missed. And then I'll have an opportunity to go back and retake the entire exam for a better score. And my Math Lab will only keep the best score. Homework is similar, but it's a little bit better because you actually have help buttons as well. I'll just choose a random problem here and hope that I get some help questions. So under question help, you can see there's view an example, there's a video, or you can ask your instructor. These are the three main tabs that you'll probably use, or links that you'll use. So if you want to say view an example and hit continue several times, they'll walk you through how to work a problem that's very similar to yours. They've just changed a couple numbers. If you want to open up your textbook electronically, you can open up your textbook here, and it will take you to the section and the problem of the textbook, so you can read about this concept. It takes a little while for the book to open, but eventually it will. I'll give it 10 more seconds here. Finally. And the other thing that's going to be very helpful is if you don't know how to do this problem, you can always hit Ask Your Instructor. And just maybe type something like help and then hit send. And that will send me an email. And then I'll be able to respond to your email as well. Another link within My Math Lab is your grade book. This is where you're going to be checking your overall grades. If you hit show calculations, you can see the breakdown. The homework is 15%, your quizzes are 15%, and your tests are 70% of your overall grade. Right now I have 0%, and you can see that I've started section 1.6 and the review R1, but I have not completed any of the problems correctly. But remember, I can go back and redo these assignments for 100% credit and continue to redo them as many times as I'd like. Let's suppose I'm within a problem. I'll show you how to redo these problems several times. Let's suppose this is multiple choice. This is really easy. But let's suppose I think that the answer is 5, and then I'll check this answer, and it tells me that it's incorrect. And then so I'll change the answer to maybe 6, and then I'll check that answer, and it tells me I'm incorrect, and I'll change the answer to 7. And notice that the problem says x plus 13 equals x minus 8. Here's my final check, and it tells me the correct answer, and it says next question or similar question. I would choose similar question, and notice that the question itself changed, but I can continue doing this infinitely many times. I would maybe use snipping tools and take a picture of this and send it to me. So, or hit, if you keep missing it, just hit ask your instructor, and then I'll show you how to work the problem so that you can be successful and get 100% on all of your homework assignments. The last thing in this video that I wanted to share with you was snipping tools. Your computers already have snipping tools. Just do a quick search for it. And this is really helpful for communication in math, because sometimes it's difficult to type out, especially if it's an absolute problem. So in snipping tools, you can actually use the pen and show me that you maybe understand the first step of absolute values, which is just to set x plus 17 equal to x minus 8. And so you can actually write on here, but maybe you kind of get stuck and you don't know what to do from this point. Then if you open up your email account, here's where actually I had sent myself an email with a link with the previous question. But if I just choose new and hit paste, Control V, it'll actually record all my problem and anything that I have written within my snipping tools. So I can send that to myself, and then I can do the same thing. I'll snip that, I'll write a little bit more, and then we can have a little discussion back and forth using snipping tools. If you prefer, for student help, you can do the same thing. Just create a new thread under frequently asked questions. Again, I ask that you put the section and the chapter and the section. I forget which chapter and section it was, but you can just hit Control Paste and submit. And then you can see here's section 1, chapter 1, section 5, problem number 6. And if I open that up, I can see a question that I posted to myself, and maybe another student could respond to this if you need help there. I hope you found this video helpful, and I look forward to getting to know each and every one of you this semester. And feel free to give me an email with any additional questions that you may have. Good luck.